Recently, I've been getting a ton of comments on how did I get so good so fast, and how am I placing in so many tournaments so well, and how did I get out of Diamond and Platinum. So today, I'm going to be telling my story of how I went from a nobody, a loser, and terrible at the game, to getting top 500 in duo cash cups, and now even almost opening qualifying to the FNCS, even while playing pretty terribly. And the first basic fundamentals we kind of talk about will show you guys what to work on. And while it might not be the easiest process, these basic fundamental things, most people don't actually know, and only the probably top 5% of the game actually understand them fully. And I'm going to be going you my background information and how I try to improve. While understanding the game is one thing, getting the actual fundamentals down is another thing, and what kind of drills do we do to get better at them. To not waste your guys' time, I think I'm going to start out with the most important thing that I learned that changed everything for me. From going from an AI, not understanding what was going on, getting full peace, and a bunch of terrible things happening to me, not understanding how did they hit me when they can't even see me. But this is really the one thing, and that is angles. Angles is used everywhere for pros, and this simple thing, even if you have bad mechanics, bad aim, if you're taking those good angles, you could probably never get hit if you run away from fights enough. But while that is important, I'll go through how to do that and really how to fully get better at it, because a lot of people might know how to use it and might use it here and there and understand that the peanut butter edit is good, but they don't generally understand why it's good. And in this video, I will be showing you. So basically, the peanut butter edit is so broken because it holds on a right-hand peak. And when you bounce your head on the ceiling of the cone off the floor, you get pushed up for a little second, and you got a second to shoot your shot, and then you'll drop instantly down, and the person will barely even see you or not see you at all. So unless they pre-fire you, you're invincible and cannot be hit. So that's really the basis of the peanut butter edit, and people like pros and stuff use this perfectly. But a lot of people mess this one up, and you have to be on the exact left side of your box. If you're not, if you're in the middle or something, and you're going to get shot through it either way, and it's basically a useless edit if you're not fully hiding behind it. And I would just say use this as much as possible, and I know people might not know perfectly how to use it, but if you keep using it over and over again and try to keep heading more and more to the left as more you get comfortable with it, and that muscle memory will slowly, your brain will slowly click and you get that muscle memory down, so whenever there's a guy in front of you, you'll sprint to the side of your box on the left side, jump up and get that freest shot ever, while that player just stands there in the open or through a window or whatever they're doing to try to shoot you. And that advantage of not seeing you will give you the upper hand, and why pros have such an advantage. And before we do get onto the next one, I did wanted to show you a few other edits that I really liked and that are the most basic right-hand peaks that'll give you a big advantage and are just some good ideas that you can try out. There's a few newer ones like the lower right-hand box open, which isn't really used that much, but you do see pros use it all the time because it's kind of the most advanced. It's kind of getting more popular here and there. But try it out. It kind of blocks the whole view of the head, and then you can get a shot at their feet pretty easily. And what I did to work on getting better at angles is just hop into creative 1v1 box fights. Try to find the best people possible and try some of these new angles on them. Try to hide behind the wall, get your shot off, kind of quick peek it, kind of crouch, quick peek it. Like, just try some of these angles out and try to experiment with some different ones as well. You really just, once you start learning like what a right-hand peek is and how you kind of feel it out, you can kind of find your own right-hand peeks with like a combination of walls and stuff. But it's quite simple once you've practiced it for a while, and you'll get it at some point. If you just keep trying all the angles you see all your pros doing and what I do and stuff, and maybe you can finally learn that. So let's get on to the next one. The next thing is high walls or retakes. Don't click off this video just wait. I know you think you know what retakes are. You think triple edits and fancy movements and stuff, but this one made me so much better, and I just learned this a few seasons ago. And this simple thing makes fights so much easier because you don't always have to be the first to start building. The high wall allows you to get an extra whole wall of height, so you can block off the opponents that they have an upper hand on you. And I'm going to show it right now so you guys can understand what it is. Pretty simple, right? But you can with this looks very simple and pretty easy to learn just for anybody struggling out there. but I'm going to show this. This right here is what it looks like when you've mastered or at least gotten better at high walls, and what you can kind of do with it and how you can take height with it without not knowing that many fast mechanics and fancy things. And this is a very good and simple mechanic. You can start learning and getting better. And I think the best ways to practice this, for the simplest and easiest way, would be being creative by yourself. While other people you can try, like in Zone Wars or Realistics, trying to get those high walls up there so your person you're versing cannot build over you, which is a very good skill to also learn. But just try to work on it yourself, because you can keep getting faster and faster. Lastly, the last simple skill that can help you out of Platinum and Diamond is learning how to drop and learning how to use a drop map, or even just learn how to drop one drop spot in general. Choose that spot and keep playing it over and over again. You're gonna find the crevices and riverbeds and stuff that you can aim down and get the lowest point to the ground. Because the lowest point to the ground, you pull your glider out first. And this makes some amazing drops and some of the craziest, like, you can perfectly drop spots even though they're like halfway across the map. And the better you get at this, it's gonna take time and you're gonna slowly get it. But in my opinion, learning the same spot over and over again creates a pattern where you start to learn how to drop at one drop spot specifically. So then you can use that same system and apply it to the next drop spot. And you can do this for the whole map. And while there is drop maps out there, finding your own drop map, finding your own drops, and figuring out how to do it yourself can be a very good learning block and can kind of cement it into your brain so it works every single drop. Every new season comes, every new like location comes, and it takes like maybe 5 or 10 games to completely learn the drop spot. And yeah, basically that's it. But of course there's other things that are very important, but I think these are the things that most people don't think about and that most people don't fully understand and might not understand the importance of them in the lower tier ranks. So hopefully that kind of helped you guys out. And it would really mean a lot if you guys left a like on the video. That would mean so much. And if you guys would stick around on my channel for a little bit, we got some great rest of the gameplay here, and we got some great videos coming up and everything. And I hope you guys stop by my live stream. We have a bunch of fun, and I always talk to chat and read all your messages. So guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day and you guys learned something from this video. So thank you guys, and goodbye everyone.